Hi friends, it's Becky and it's here. It is time to open up and sort the bargain bead box for August of 2024. Sometimes you'll notice that some of the streamers may get this box before you do. Sometimes they'll get it all at once. Sometimes one person gets before the other, and it's just, you know, they have a certain amount of time that they spend sending them, and there are so many people that they have to ship to that they don't always go out at the same time, but they do always ship it before the 10th of the month. And it is before the 10th of the month, so if you haven't got it yet, it is definitely probably on your way. I don't speak for them though, so I don't actually know. Alright, let me fold up my guy here so we're not showing off our coupon code. There's a 30% off coupon code on this piece of paper that they sent out to all the subscribers, which is good for 30% off the already discounted prices of beads that they have at the Beadbox Bargains store. That is the sister store for Bargain Beadbox. That's where you'll find Beadbox Extras. That's where you will find companion bundles, which they did the companion bundle early. I have no idea if it's still available or not. I saw the announcement on the Beadbox Bargains Facebook group and I went and grabbed it, even though I hadn't even seen what was in this yet, because I loved it. So I'll unbox that when I get it, but it may still be there, it may not, but they probably are gonna do multiple bundles, so keep an eye out for those bundles. They're not meant to be the same as the bead box. They're meant to go with it and kind of expand the things that you can make with it, and I love them. But also Beadbox Bargains is one of my favorite sites to purchase beads and findings from. It just is, it's always a really good deal. Anyway, now I'm going to open up the monthly subscription box that you get from Bargain Beadbox. And it is usually curated to a theme. It is usually very beautifully curated. So I don't think I've been sad or mad at any of the bargain bead boxes that I've gotten. Just absolutely fantastic. And it is one of the best quality for the dollar amount. It's one of the best value for money subscription boxes that you have out there. Anyway, this is Peach Sorbet, which is awesome. I love peach. Inspired by 2024's color of the year, this refreshing palette includes juicy peach tones swirled with strawberry and raspberry pinks, plus accents of cream. Y'all, this is right up my alley. Natural gemstones, including strawberry quartz, Hesite Garnet, rhodonite. I love rhodonite. That's amazing. Combined with sparkling crystals and golden findings for an icy, fruity blend. We especially love the tiny agate peach and handmade Lampwork blossom beads. So I am going to be pulling this out and looking at it. I like to sort my bead boxes into these 15 grid organizers because if I leave it in the box or bag that it comes in, I will never use it. But if I sort them, it, number one, gives me extra playtime with the beads, and number two, I can see everything all together, and it makes it so much easier when I am designing some jewelry using these bead boxes. I can see everything all together. So comes in a peach organza bag. Now they have started labeling these, so instead of going down this list, which we also have and you can reference anytime you want, I'm just going to be reading off of the bags as I am showing you these beads. Look at this color palette. Peachy, raspberries. Oh, yay! Synthetic moonstones. These are so pretty. Alright. Let's start with some of the bigger beads because that's how I will know where they need to go. Bigger beads and longer strands. Strawberry quartz, because I'm going to be opening up and then putting it in the thing. Let me grab my ladybug dish because I like to use that to hold it closer to the camera so you can get a better look at the beads when I'm doing that. So this is 6mm pink rhodonite round beads. You get 16 inches on this. I love pink rhodonite. Like, It's just this dusty pink color that you get with it, and you get so many variations in it. It's one of my favorite colors. Like, I love a good bright, like fuchsia and magenta, bright pinks, but I really love these dusty pinks and like almost mauve colors. They are some of my favorite. They just make me happy. Let's see, I should be able to fit all of these in the same section. These sections have removable things, so when I get enough beads that they won't fit in one section, I can just expand it for 2 sections. Alright, and then this one is 8mm peach quartz. It's dyed rounds. It doesn't say how long this strand is. Let's just put this over the dish, get it closer. This is a gorgeous color for beads to be. I am very happy to have this in my little color palette. I'm going to start getting these unstrung over here. And these 8mm, and it seems like a fairly long strand. They may not all fit in one section, so I may have to take this down, but we're going to find out real quick if they will. Nope, we're going to have to do 2 sections, which is just fine. Alright. And then we've got, feels like a fairly long strand, but it is large strawberry quartz, large chip beads, 7.5 inches of this. Oh, and these are pretty large chip beads too. These are beautiful. These are really gorgeous chip beads. Look at that strawberry quartz. I already have ideas of some things that I can make with this. Alright. And now this one is 8mm frosted glass synthetic moonstone beads in apricot, and it is 7.5 inches of these. Let's get these on the plate so you can see that color better. By synthetic moonstone, it feels like it's just mermaid glass. That's what it is. Pretty. All right. I like that. So far, so good. So pretty. Looks like we've got a lot of smaller bags that have findings and things in them, so we'll get to those in a minute. But I want to get to strands. Let's get these all unstranded and then we'll go through the other bags. This is 7.5 by 6mm faceted glass rondelle beads in apricot, and it seems like this is a very light apricot kind of a color. Just to give you an idea, next to that, do you see how subtle that color is? It's very subtle, but it's got these end caps, like when you've got this kind of cathedral-y sort of finish on the edges of this type of bead. It looks like it's got its own built-in bead caps on it. I sort of love that. Alright, and then we've got some crystal. It is 4mm crystal bicones in Peach Shimmer, and there's 13 inches of this. But they are, oh no, it's the wire. This wire is very fine wire, and I have often poked myself with it. So it is not my favorite stringing material. Whoop, where are you going, buddy? So I'm being very careful not to poke myself. And hopefully I won't. Just taking its time going out there for these bicones. Careful, careful, careful. Aha! Whew! I made it. No pokes so far. I'll probably get my poke when I'm cleaning up my table after this. Alright, this next one is 5mm freshwater shell round beads, and it's 14.5 inches of these. And these are beautiful. There's a lot of variation in color in this. We've got some brown and some cream. These beads would not have been out of place in any of the ocean-themed bead boxes I've been seeing lately. In fact, I think I might have used them in one of my other projects recently. There we go. And now we've got the Hesite Garnet faceted round beads. There are 7.5 inches of these. And because these are so small, and because they are 3 to 4 millimeters inside, look how warm this is. These are autumn colors. These are 100% autumn colors. These Hesite Garnets. I'm going to leave this on its strand because it will be easier to work from like that rather than unstringing it. Alright, now let's go through some of the rest of these. We have some findings. Alright. Let's do our charms first before we get to all of our findings. Alright, because we've got these leaf beads. They are pressed glass leaf beads in olive ombre. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, you can see how we've got, they're like dip dyed. I love that. Looks like we have a top drilled hole in these right through the middle of it. Stick these guys right over there. And then we've got some freshwater shell links. They are 6 of them, and they're 6 by 14 millimeter. So these are a little bit larger than these 4 millimeter beads, but they are already put together as links with some daisy spacers on some chain. Because often we have to buddy up in my organizers, I'm going to go ahead and sit these right on top of these freshwater shell beads so that they're all together. Alright, now we've got this pendant. It is peach moonstone and brass. It is a faceted drop. Let's pull this one out. And it is 22 millimeters. Ooh, can you see the faceting? It sparkles when I move it. That's really pretty. I'm going to stick it here. I like putting charms and things in there, and we've got a lot of different findings that are going to need to go in some of these other ones, so let's put these two together. This one is Strawberry Quartz, and it is a brass pendant. It is 27 millimeters. And so we've got that brass around it. Let's turn it over to the other side. It looks like either side of this is going to be perfect. And I don't know if you guys can see it in this, but with that Strawberry Quartz, there's some sparkle inside of it. It is really beautiful. And then we've got the Yanwan Agate Peach Charm with 18 karat gold plated brass bail. It is 13 by 9 millimeters, and oh my y'all, this is adorable. It's like two different colors almost, but it is shaped like a peach, and this bail is probably glued on there. It feels like it's pretty sturdy. And it has these little green enamel leaves on the top. That is super cute. I'm sticking them right in there. Oh my gosh, peachy, just peachy. Alright, let's take a look at some of these other findings. It looks like we've got stainless steel marquise links. They are 18 by 8 millimeters, and we've got 4 of them. And it looks like they are the same on both sides. They have that, like, almost like it's diamond cut. I'm going to set them there. And then let's take a look at these Lampwork Blossom beads in peach. They are 10 millimeters. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful beads. Look at that, going up like that, and down like that. These are beautiful Lampwork beads. I'm so glad that we get so many different sizes and shapes and just variety and types of beads. That is so cool. Alright, and then we've got some stainless steel lobster clasps. They are gold color and looks like they've got a jump ring already. I've got 3 of these. I'm going to set these in here with the links. And then we've got some bail beads. These are tube bail beads, and they are 6 by 4 millimeter. I'm actually going to move these guys in here. Put these bail beads in here. And bail beads are super fun because you can connect a charm to something and then have that bail bead be right there nestled between, like a spacer, in between something else. I'm going to stick these over here. It looks like we got 4 of them. And then we've got some brass crimp beads. These are 2 by 1 millimeter. I am going to leave these in their package and not pull them out. It looks like they're rounded. These will not work in a magical crimper, but they will work in a other style of crimper. I've got another style around here somewhere that I've used recently. I'll have to go find it to use with this, because the reason they sent us these crimps is to go with the Coriana Chain. So we've got 1 meter of 0.6 by 0.9 millimeter brass Coriana chain, and it is in this gold color. And usually with Coriana chain, you're going to need to use a crimp on it. Oop. Looks like this one's got a little bit of a crimp in it. It's fine. But yeah, so we've got some Coriana chain. Because it's small enough, you can just string some beads on, and it's great for doing like illusion style necklaces or something like that. I have had a question from folks who wanted to know, when we got this Coriana chain in a box before, if you could use it with the magical crimper, and you can. The trick is you've got to use the 2mm crimp tubes, the 2x2 ones, to do it, but you can use a magical crimper to put stuff on the Coriana chain and fix it that way. They sent us crimps that we can use with that Coriana chain, so you don't have to use a magical crimper if you've got a different style of crimper. But I will put a link in the description below to the video that I did showing how to use the magical crimper on the Coriana chain, if you are interested in seeing that. I'm going to go ahead and fold this up and stick it in here with the Coriana chain so that when I go to use it, it's already right there. And then we've got some Kots or clamshell bead tips. This is another bonus because the Coriana chain, it doesn't have like an opening on its ends. So in order to actually get any sort of finding connected to it, you've got to use, there it is. You've got to use the crimper. I'm just going to do this real quick. And the Kot, you put the chain through this hole on the clamshell. So I'm interchangeably using both Kot and clamshell because it's both of the names that these are used with. Okay, so you put that in there, and then you put your crimp on the end. Let me get this guy, this crimp in here, right? And then you use your crimper to crimp your bead. And then you can take your Kot, and now that you've got your crimp on the end of that, you close your crimp up, your Kot, your clamshell, and then you can put a jump ring through here, and your lobster clasp, and then you've got the end of your chain for doing that. And that's why they gave us these, so that we could actually use the other things that they gave us, the Coriana chain, when we're doing these. So that was pretty nice of them to include things so that we could actually use all of the findings that we got. I'm going to go ahead and just put these directly in here so that I don't have to worry about folding up the bag. But yeah, that's how you use it. And that's also how you can get the beads sort of strung in between some of those sections. Just seeing if I can work that about, and if not, that's fine because we got plenty of chain in the box. I'm just gonna try and get it wound up so it doesn't. Anyway. That was a real quick, that's how you do that. I'm sure I'm not the only person who is showing y'all how to use this. But yeah, that's Coriana chain. Get all of these put away because I think there's one more thing that I haven't shown you yet. There we go. And it's this one. It is 1 gram of 4mm gold-plated brass bead caps. And these are fairly small bead caps. And these are them. They are small and sweet. we're going to put them in there. All right. Maybe you can go in there with the bead caps, actually. All right, so there we have it. This has a lot of really great, like, pastel-y tones to it, you know? I think it's really great. It's got a lot of really warm tones, but we've also got our pinks and our peaches and some orangey apricot vibes. This is going to be a lot of fun to create with, and I can't wait to do that with y'all. Anyway, I will put links to doing the Coriana chain with a magical crimper in the description. I'll put a link to the bargain bead box in case you'd like to subscribe. I also have a coupon code, which is also going to be in the description below. And if you want to sign up, you can get some few dollars off your first box. And that's going to be a lot of fun. I am really happy with this. Anyway, I hope y'all are having a great night. Happy beading!